The pattern absolutely fails to manifest any ghost to chat to
Bastard.
you.
Oh, hey, Logan.
Yeah.
I just cast item counterspell on it.
On what? The pattern?
No, on
Doggy.
the statue. It's
Uh,
magic.
Ooh. Read me item counterspell.
If the caster makes an essence times 3 roll, no resistance from target, as it is not on them, the item stops working until sunrise, sunset. Note if the item is currently on a hero point rated individual, that an individual may spend a hero point to negate the spell.
Ooh. All right. So it basically shuts it off till sunrise, sunset.
Yeah.
Cool. It stops leaking inky blackness.
oh, does it seem to stop anything else from happening?
The pattern's still pulsing
And the guy's still spinning,
slowly.
twirling, twirling, twirling.
Yes. Toward victory, no doubt.
Mm-hmm. And the inky blackness is not blood of the earth or anything like that, is it?
Now, black blood of the earth is something Doc Fulton can instantly recognize at any time because he is really into it.
Now that it's off, quote unquote, is it safe to destroy?
Interesting point.
No idea. Can I see your glasses?
Yes, you may make use of them. Go for it. I've got 40 something charges on them, so go wild.
All right, so I'm going to use the glasses to analyze magic.
Okay.
46 charges at this moment. Plenty of charges. Now we're pretty much full.
It's still magic, although it's being kind of suppressed right now. Give me a well, let's see. Made your analyze magic a half. Hey, you're thinking if Freddy was to destroy it, it'd be safe for you. You're not sure what kind of weird backlash, if any, might come out and get Freddy, but you're pretty sure it's something you could live with. Like Freddy, like looking around, like, am I gonna get fucked? Yes.
Why don't we ask someone from the village to destroy it?
Hold on.
Because I don't believe they've got... A, I don't think they come down here. They don't. And B, I don't think they'd have something to destroy it. So we know this is a standard magic item. It's not pattern or chaos. Otherwise, the counter spell wouldn't work on it. Counter spells.
Well, it can just suppress the magic, but there might still be chaos impact in it. We don't know.
Yeah, again, you're not sure if it is interacting with the pattern or not. You do not know.
Nah.
Yes. Excuse me. Woo.
Oh. Yeah.
Actually, no.
Oh.
I attempted it at the wall. So
Oh.
it's once a day, so I would not be able to redo it.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
But yes. Otherwise, yes, that would have been quite useful. But it's a once a day, so.
Doc, are you still able to sense pattern or chaos?
Hold on. You want me to sense chaos?
On the dog, yeah. Or pattern.
Remembering that if you've already done it at the wall, we're still in the same day.
I don't know. All he did was analyze. That's all he did.
Yeah, well, depending on what you've tried to do, because several of them are once a day.
Do I sense chaos from this?
No.
You do
This is
sense
local
chaos
magic.
from. You do sense chaos from me, though.
Yes.
This is local magic, which is why I was able to counterspell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean there's not also pattern or chaos.
It could have been. It could have been a combination. Yes.
Yeah.
But at least we know it's not a combination.
Well, not a combination of chaos anyway. Could be pattern.
So
Around the base of the statue are tiny words in a strange language.
No.
What?
do either of you have a trump card to a null magic place?
Burlington. But no. I don't have a trump, but we can get there
Yes.
via Clint.
Well, no, I don't have it. I don't have a trump of it. But I could go there, and then you could like. Oh, this is too big to pull through.
Yeah, I was thinking about the trump gate and push it through
Is it
to a
too big?
null
Yeah.
magic place while
Yeah,
it's currently inactive. Therefore, at the null magic place, it will either crumble to dust or stop working permanently. Then you'll be able to hack it up and not worry about it because it'll be dead,
True.
null.
It's a
Yeah.
bit big, Freddy, to get through a trump gate. If only the
Right.
two dogs, because it used to be the size of a loaf of bread, and then there was
Yeah.
two of them, and now it's the size of 3 motorcycles. You're wondering how big it will get.
Or stand behind me. Let me. I have one more thing I can try.
I stand in the elevator.
There's okay. You take cover behind the half moon chair thing.
Doesn't work. Doesn't matter.
I come back out.
You notice that nobody else took cover, just you. They're just even McKay who wasn't doing anything, just looks over like interested, like.
And the body's still hovering there.
Yeah, very slowly, just rotating on the axis of the spine, with the arms and legs
And
flopping around.
there was no chaos. And when he did the detect chaos, there was no chaos object associated with the body.
Not that I'm aware of. What was the?
Well,
do you remember?
You're aware of it.
Yeah. Hold on a second, Freddie. Can you remind me who this poor bastard was that you guys stuck down here? I know that
Hold on.
I know he's knocked out with a stasis spell.
I mean, is he still alive?
Eh.
And,
Yeah,
check.
either way, he's probably not happy. Poor bastard. You guys just look at him as he slowly flop, 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 flop.
So who is this guy?
do you know who he is, Freddie?
What did it say? No, never seen him before.
Okay.
I gotta poke his head. Does it move in another direction if I poke him?
As you're reaching toward, so you're going to touch the floating guy.
Yeah, he's going to poke the head. He said
All
he was gonna
right,
poke the head.
excellent. I wanted to check because usually he's way too cautious to do anything like that. You poke his head, and
No. The question, no, Logan, you need to ask is, what is he poking the head with?
That's sick. You're a sick boy. No problem. You poke him with the finger. He doesn't float somewhere else. He just continues. It's almost like he's on an invisible spit.
I wave my hand underneath him. Do I feel anything?
No, you don't. But you
What
really
about-
wish that you had like a hula hoop right now.
I
Ta-da!
pull out the anal refresher.
I see.
Alright, let me try and wake him up. Hold on.
Does that wake people up?
Sometimes.
He's wrestling down the slowly floating, twisting guy's pants.
Check his pockets first to see if there's anything in his pocket.
Let me check his pockets. Doesn't seem like it. There's a key card.
What sort of key card?
Just a key card that it just says some sort of it's like a credit card looking thing. I don't know. Yeah, you take it.
Flop, flop. Oh, I remember
What's the
who he
key
is now.
card?
Good.
What do the post-it notes say on this stupid statue?
Do not touch. Leave this alone. Stay away. Warning, danger. Stuff like that. I think one of them's like, seriously, leave this alone. Stuff like that. The usual things that make any PC
Start poking it.
Exactly. You're pretty sure
that's what it would.
if they had installed a lever that says pull this down the world, the paint wouldn't have time to get dry before some guy was yanking the lever.
Alright, so while McKay's looking at the card, I'll ram the dildo up his butt. Press the button.
Got it. No problem. Give me a essence roll. Lower is better as you really are into it. And give me a proctology roll.
Times 2. Oh, times 3. Proctology. 1 sec, I have that skill. There it is. Yeah.
Hey, you're not sure on the proctology thing, but the guy does wake up and begins screaming as he's slowly rotating in the air. Ah, he says.
Calm down.
He reaches up and begins ripping the flesh off of his face.
Grab his hands.
Okay. This is really harder than it sounds simply because he's rotating around, and so you're kind of the only way you're going to do it is to get
pull out
on
my
him.
lightsaber and chop his head off.
All right. Roll if you miss by your full skill. If you miss by less than 30, then you'll hit Freddy. Damn.
You got really good at that.
Right. Freddy, his hands stop moving around as his head falls to, or actually his head continues rotating, but it's rotating just a little different than the rest of the body.
What happens with the blood? Does it just pool there, or does it drip to the ground?
It begins dripping to the ground and slowly running toward the statue.
It doesn't cauterize?
Some of it did, but he's got more.
I push it away from the statue.
It shows him like kicking the blood. Eventually, he might just do
Like the body too. Like I'm just pushing it
the
away.
The body. Aside from it rotating, it doesn't really move. It just continues rotating.
I take the chair upstairs and say, bucket and mop now.
They jump to it. Right. It shows McKay sitting there. Well, or are you gonna make somebody else mop up their mess?
No, I'll mop it up.
All right.
No idea.
No problem. You. Oh, give me a new skill roll, McKay. Janitorial. Go, McKay. New useless skill. You'll be able to mop it up either way. I want to see if you can do it with the lawn.
Yeah. New skill.
I still remember the fond game session where we got you with like 20 new skills or some bullshit.
Yeah, that was a bizarre session. It was, I was soloing that day as well, so I think that was part of the reason why.
No problem. He desperately manages to keep the blood away from the statue, but right. So the corpse continues rotating, and it's now in two pieces.
So the blood is still going. Well, was going toward the statue. Was going
until Mop Man took care of it. McKay's
Can we
new
mop
supercar.
the letters on the ground too, so no one can read that shit?
What letters on the ground?
You said that there's like words
Letters
on the
around
ground.
No, that's around the base of the statue.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Printed on it.
It tells you how to use it or whatever.
Oh well, I'm ready to just destroy the shit out of this. With
How do you want to do that?
I start
I
fucking
suspect-
beating on it with my
Oh,
lightsaber.
what did that take
That's
cover?
pretty much how I expected he was intending to destroy it.
Take
Right.
cover.
Freddy takes cover. What's Mop Man doing?
I'm waiting to see what happens, and depending on the result, I may start hitting it with something else.
All right. Let's see. I have listed here Hulk Smash. So, Chris, if you want to roll a 2-hit, you're at a plus 30 because I'm pretty sure you'll be able to hit it, but you're trying to get a crit so you can do more damage. And all I need to know is how many points of damage all at once you do.
Hold on, I gotta get my die thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do martial arts as well?
One. I do one whole
He
point.
goes, "Vroom." Yeah. It doesn't seem to affect it at all.
Hmm.
Is it dead yet?
No.
He cowers behind the flimsy chair, hoping that it will protect him from the hell that is to come.
I pull out my trumpet myself and I focus.
All right, he's attempting to put up magical defenses and shit, but
Fences are failing me.
Try-
Oh, I'm gonna do my favorite way. Let me see if I can make this happen.
okay.
I
Okay,
haven't
you're
done
gonna
this since
try
the
to
last
decapitate
time I was in a fucking dungeon. No.
What's the willpower roll for spells here? Let me find that out because if you're wanting to cast spells and shit. Let's see, we're going for.
I'm done with that anyway.
Okay. Did you get fumble? No?
No.
Let me just look though, just in case. This is village. Let's see. Magical shit. Magic is will times 2 here in the village, but your lightsaber works a treat. If McKay comes back with a whole bunch of notebooks, I'll be really impressed. Yeah, guess not. Pete, I thought you were going to come back with a whole fucking handful of notebooks. I was going to be really fucking impressed there.
No, I was just shutting the window.
Okay.
Let me get some mozzies in.
Keeps the flames out. Yeah, I get it. I'm surprised any of the Mozzies are still alive because I'm just imagining Australia perpetually on fire now.
Do you want me to try and burn it to death?
Considering the fires we currently got have burnt larger than some European countries.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there was a smoky haze here, and we're a couple hundred k's away from the nearest one.
I'm glad to hear you're not in danger right now.
No.
But if you really work hard at it, maybe you can get in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to try and burn it to death?
It's stone.
With what?
Magic.
Mhm.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Go for it.
That'll mean coming out of your cover, Freddy.
I can shoot from behind cover.
Uh-huh.
Fumble. Okay, well, this is going well.
Here comes the fumble deck. The fumble deck. See what happens when you fuck with me? Yeah, that's right. Fumble deck. Ooh. Okay. Right. How many magic points did you have left after doing the spell?
I had. Well, I didn't cast the spell. So 14.
Oh, you got on. So you're at full magic points. Cool. Roll
Yeah.
a d20. You want to get less than 13.
Yeah.
Freddy goes, and he just face plants on the stone.
That's fine. I'll wake up in a couple minutes.
So if we put him on top of the... I wonder if we put him on the dog, and then if I then stabbed him with my chaos dagger...
Oh, do you
hang on.
regen magic points, Freddy? Good.
I was just gonna beat I'm just gonna beat on this thing with my lightsaber for a bit and
Now, wait, is Freddy on top of it while you're doing this?
No,
or
he's not on top.
No.
Okay,
We won't do that to you.
try rolling damage. If you're wanting to roll 2 hit, you can. But if you fumble or whatever, you still got to take it. But if you get a crit, then obviously you're going to inflict a lot more damage.
Oh, you keep rolling.
There you go.
rolling 9.
So, yeah.
So 11 points.
Yeah.
Doesn't
we don't
even affect it at all. Apparently, you need
We
to
don't.
inflict more damage all at once.
Didn't you? Oh, that was a. Oh yeah.
You're,
Yeah,
you're,
we don't want one of us bleeding here, especially near the pattern.
So you're not going to chop off Freddy's foot and like toss it into the pattern and see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nor am I going to start scratching at the pattern with my Chaos Dagger.
Oh, that would be amazing. So yeah, apparently it's something you're going to have to inflict more damage on to deal with quite harshly, Chris.
Let me know when I'm awake, by the way.
You wake up after Chris has had his Anakin Skywalker moment.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
It looks like they just left you where you fell. They didn't. They just looked over, then went back to what they were doing.
Doc, why don't we go grab some explosives and just blow it up?
Because I don't want to blow up the pattern.
Aren't you pretty good at demolition? Can you do some shape charge, some carefully placed charges, like blow it like around the neck, blow the head off it?
It might mean touching it though, if you were to, put explosives.
Yeah, but it's currently null from a magic perspective.
Would this fit through the elevator doors, Logan?
It's not an elevator; it's a chair.
Chair platform.
No.
Would it fit on the platform? No.
Okay. If you remove the chair, I suppose.
Oh.
I don't recommend it. It may break everything. Plus, number 2 would be very upset with you.
Well, I'll fix the chair then. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to let him rip up your chair and stuff there, number 2?
I don't, unless you intend to. I'm not sure how you're intending to get it onto the What is your intent?
To put it somewhere else and blow it up.
Hold on. I have an idea forming in my head.
Ooh.
Spell it.
Are you feeling okay?
He's just had no idea where the best thing in the universe is.
So when we make a Trump gate, how big is it?
Big enough for a normal person to walk through.
You told me
I see what you're thinking.
Told me it was door-sized.
Yeah.
So would this motorcycle statue fit through it?
The 3 motorcycles together? No. We covered that earlier.
Would the
well,
head
no.
fit
Like,
through it?
is it stacked on top of each other? Is it
No.
fat? Is it long?
Fat. Too fat.
Would the head fit through it?
Just the head?
Yes, just the head.
Maybe.
So if you created a Trump, had the head through it, and then the Trump went with the head on one side and the body on this side.
If it works that way.
Yeah, if it works that way.
Which you're doubting, because otherwise PCs be getting chopped in half all over the place, because doing the what? Oh, we're closed.
You can't guillotine people? What the shit?
Yeah. Freddy's now plotting a new way of revenge on all the air PCs. You can see it in his eyes.
Well, there is we've got dynamite and stuff back at Beastkin, so you could.
Oh yeah, dynamite! Plenty of dynamite at Beastkin.
Probably have dynamite here too, or explosives or something.
With my demolitions skill knowledge, like if I tried to blow this thing up, would it affect the pattern?
Give me a demolitions roll to no shit.
We get barrels of water or something, stuff like that, to act as a dampener.
Fumble.
It may take out the entire island.
They could kill Ghost Wheel. Like, this is like blowing up his heart.
Exactly.
So move it somewhere else.
No. Actually, that might be what we want to do.
What? No, that will destroy our universe.
No.
Wouldn't be the
no, it
first
wouldn't.
time the PCs have destroyed a universe.
Wait. That can't be right. Let me roll my dip. Hold on.
Give me another fumble.
Logan.
Oh, please give me another fumble. Critical. You're thinking the barrels of water thing? That sounds pretty good. I mean, getting it all here, dynamite, barrels of water and stuff, from other zones, while the universe seems to be crumbling and stuff, and your trump cards are becoming less and less reliable, as is every other way of going place to place. You might make it here before Chris's petty magic counter spell wears off. The only problem is that the water will definitely go on the pattern, and might it carry pieces of the statue?
Look, no, we just moved the statue to another room.
There's no other rooms to move it to. This
Up
is
the
the room.
platform to the next room.
Well, if it's the size of 3 motorcycles, I don't think we can just push it anywhere.
We'll get some help. Number 2 can order some people.
Number 2 shakes his head at you.
No?
No. We don't want other people down here.
Oh, the fun you have here. But yes,
Precision placed explosives surely can.
What if you just get like thermite or something? Cut it in half and then push it through a trunk gate. Would that work?
give me a demolitions roll to know about thermite and shit.
I look at Doc as well.
Doc's
Hi.
ignoring you. He thinks you're trying to pick him up. Maybe, of course, thermite may also, when it hits the stone, it may run into the pattern because,
No, we'll set up like a wall around
a wall. Yes, you can bring in your dwarvish construction team to build you a fucking sturdy ass wall and shit. That sounds good. I'm sure that won't go horribly, horribly wrong with you trying to make bricks and mortar down here.
It sounds like we just need a very well placed explosive, Doc.
What about some jackhammers?
No, that's a fucking novel idea. Take a card. I did not even come up with jackhammers.
Oh,
And if you guys know how to do, either of you know how to mine. I know you guys, one of you, didn't you try to start learning how to mine?
Yeah, that was Colburn.
Oh. Like, wouldn't you know how to, like, jackhammer? Like, so if we jackhammer the shit out of it, like, what? Jackhammer skill. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Mm-hmm.
Last time it was operate heavy machinery.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I used a jackhammer, which was when Brown was in a lump of cement and we were freeing him so we could transport him.
Can you imagine, Chris, just for a moment, I want you to just imagine if Logan had the kind of memory Pete does and was GMing. Just
No.
imagine the kind of hell that would be going for the PCs at that point. It's like, back in episode 4, this thing happened and this fucking minor person, you're like, God damn it! Yeah, I would be fucking vicious.
Well, I don't know how to operate heavy machinery. Do you know how to?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
Yes. No, I don't anymore. Sorry.
I like it. Yes, absolutely. No, not anymore.
Yeah,
No.
I've forgotten how to do it.
Wow, that went from a hard yes to an absolutely no.
Well, why don't we do the whole water barrel thing then? Let's get that set up.
Yeah.
No problem. Let's see.
We can go to Sherma. We can then get
Actually, I was going to say, give me a luck roll and have to get water barrel stuff from here in the village. They may have stuff like that.
Yep.
Fresh water, plastic barrels. I mean, water will be fucking everywhere in this room when it goes off, but
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like
we
the
also
pattern.
need to
Not
make
like
like
it's going to wash away the pattern.
if it does, that would really tell you something new about the whole universe right there.
That's right. That's not a real pattern.
Somebody painted that.
That's not your pattern, Doc. That's a fake.
do they have sandbags or anything we can put around?
Yeah, I was thinking
barrels
the
is-
same thing. That
Yeah,
might help.
yeah.
Sandbags
Water
might
runoff.
even be better than the water thing, although water
Yeah,
will
actually,
make it a
well,
prettier explosion.
there is a beach here at the thing, and they've got lots of pillowcases.
Okay. Right. Give me a leadership role there, number 2, to get the confused, distracted people of the village to begin doing your bidding and filling pillowcases with the beach sand, which does sound like the kind of thing that could happen at the village. So I'll give you a plus 10% for that kind of weird, stupid,
Alright, no.
mindless shit.
I'll spend a skill plus 15.
You're at plus 25. You can do it. It has to be number 2. Although, wait before you roll. If you want to get those guys to assist you with their leadership skills,
Yeah, they can assist if they wish.
Sure. I can try. Do I have it written down? I don't.
No.
yeah. If I had the kind of memory Pete does, I'd have like the PCs when they're in a village in a different group suddenly getting ordered to fill pillowcases with sand, and nobody's explaining why. Just weird, random shit. Okay, so you're at a total of plus 30 with Freddy's assistance.
No.
Ah, wow.
Alright.
They seem stunned. The people are kind of wandering around. I mean, you get a couple of pillowcases, but generally you end up both ordering Doc Fulton to do it. So,
No, I'll be doing it as well.
oh, okay. Right. Cut to many hours later. You guys have built a.
I mean, Doc may need to go and get the explosives and set up the explosives anyway
yeah.
while we're doing this. So,
All right, Doc, where do you want to go for your explosive needs?
Let's get it from the embassy.
No problem. The
Wait, Trump, come back.
roll luck roll for the trumps and stuff so that we can see if they malfunction and broken forever.
and looks like there are barrels. There are stuff we can use for the water as well because you wanted a luck roll for that.
Cool.
So we'll
Yeah,
use combined
you've got
sandbags
a
and
barrier, so now the
Yeah.
pattern will be very, very dirty, and whoever walks it next will probably have to carry a broom and shit to sweep as they're going. All right.
I somehow suspect that the dirt's not going to stick.
Yeah.
I don't recall. Can you imagine what otherwise the pattern in amber,
It'd
considering
be
it's been
covered
there
in
for however
dust.
many-
Yeah.
it would be absolutely covered.
Although it's funny to imagine like somebody
Right.
taking a negative 5% on all their rolls as you hand them a broom. Push this ahead of you, Doug. What?
Yeah.
All right, so you guys get all that shit together. Fulton made his 2 luck rolls for coming and going, I'm guessing. Do you have a card for the village, Fulton?
I gave him one.
Ah, good. Okay,
It goes to the lighthouse, by the way.
great.
Just write it down.
Yeah, sadly, nothing breaks. So you come back with a shitload of dynamite and one of those plunger things to set it off. You're not necessarily going to have to use all of it at once. You've got enough for like 2 attempts, you think, depending on your demolitions roll, when you actually set it up. Because the actual roll will be made when you actually set it up.
Do you want my assistance?
Now,
or are you
the
okay?
big problem that Doc Fulton sees is that you guys are going to be in the room when it's going off.
Are we? Can't we put a timer on it?
Timer? I'm sorry, cowboys don't really have a lot of timer tech. They got something called a plunger that you go zoom and it causes like a little wheel to spin.
Can't we raise the have the wire going up to the platform, raise the platform almost all the way up, and then be on the second level?
The platform is flush with the thing, and so there's no room for the wire part.
So it does it? You can't stop it. It's either up or down.
Right.
Can I adjust it so I can make it so it doesn't go all the way up?
Right. Give me a hydraulics engineering type roll to play with this weird quasi-futuristic thing. If you fail it, it may end up being stuck on the down angle.
Never mind.
Oh.
Why
No,
don't we just
no.
get a remote detonator?
I
Now you actually they do have like the old cheesy clocks and stuff here in the village. So
was gonna say, can I just wire it to like an alarm clock?
give me now. Okay, I'm gonna. All right. So essentially, what you'd have to do is you'd have to make it all wired. It might go off while you're doing it, which would be bad, but you can give yourself a lot of wire and stuff. Oh yeah, he's like, I don't give it. He doesn't even tell you guys to fucking flee or anything. He just sets it up and he's like, okay, you think you've got a couple of minutes. So as long as the raising platform thing is fine, you guys should be okay.
Just remove. I mean, if depending on the type of clocks we're talking about, we assume we're talking about a wind-up clock.
Oh yeah, no, he's got it all
to the
ready.
hand so that when the hands go next to each other, the wires touch.
Oh no, he's got that all done. He's
That's what I mean. That we can set it for 15 minutes. We don't.
Oh, I didn't think you wanted to wait that long. I know the PCs are impatient.
Yes, I just mean that we don't have like a minute to get onto the platform and get up. We can give ourselves a bit more time.
Well, let's ask Chris. How long did you want to give yourself? 30 seconds?
5 minutes.
How long?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Oh, damn. Well, he takes all the fucking stressful shit out. The unnecessarily slow-moving platform makes it in plenty of time. Do you guys want to hang out in the observation thing or somewhere else while you're waiting?
Well, I don't know whether or not there's multiple seals, as in if we go up to the next level, if it's sealed or not.
Yes, it is. So you're going to go all the way to the top, the green dome thing?
Yep.
All right. Now, Chris, good news, bad news for you. The good news is that the explosive stuff that you did, the demolitions and all that, perfect. Textbook. Just enough, not too much, just enough. Although you had an idea that you had to go a little bit heavy on it because you beating it with a lightsaber really soundly didn't even seem to have an effect. The bad news is that there was some sort of secondary explosion that went off, and everybody give me spot hidden rolls at full, and if you make it a sanity roll. And you guys all see all these weird ghost things coming out. The rotten people floating. Everybody give me sanity rolls for the ghosts.
Consumed souls being released.
Mm-hmm. In addition to that, hold on a minute. Let me roll the damage that the thing did on its own. Whoo. Oh my God. It was a textbook fucking explosion. You go down and it's basically just cracked in half. For the viewers, I rolled 2d10 plus a d8 and rolled ones on all that shit. I was thinking that the fucking dome might be cracked and all. No, everything is fine. In fact, the sandbags, they absorbed all of that shit. The water thing didn't even break, and you're like, neat.
What's the sanity thing?
Yeah. You feel like you should award a small badge or like one of those merit badges so he can sew it onto his lapel thing for Doc Fulton's perfect demolitions. A demolitions merit badge. That's what the Boy Scouts need.
Yeah.
It's in 2 pieces now. Let me check on something else here. The headless body is now laying on the floor.
Okay. I'll pass Doc the glasses, the magic glasses, so you can check it out now.
See what I can see. I need willpower roll now, right?
Times 2. 2. Oh yeah, of course. And you don't even need to roll an analyze magic because it doesn't look like it's magic. But if it did, you would know.
Okay. Yeah, there's no magic left here over here.
Oh,
Beautiful.
nice. All right. Well.
Bring tab.
That's a job done. Good job.
Can we have people from the village like collect up all the pieces and get rid of them?
Well, kind of. You'd have to talk to
people in
number
the
2.
village- Yeah, well, the people in the village don't seem to come down here. We don't necessarily want them to come down here.
We can take it up to them.
So you guys are going to spend like a day in cleanup and then get some sleep? Great.
No, we're gonna.
Mhm.
So who was it? Who was it who left the 2 statues here?
Kinley and Rock, I think.
We can send them a message saying, "We've taken care of your dogs. Please don't leave stuff like that near a pattern next time. Clean up the rubble, please."
Do you really think they'll do that?
No.
No, of course they're not. That's why we're going to clean it up. Well, at least I'm going to clean it up because I don't want that shit
Yeah,
to...
yeah, exactly.
Still,
We're going to clean it up. I was just
it's pure concentrated Evo.
yes. Now, if only we had that map.
Mhm.
So, what are we doing with the body?
They have a graveyard in the village.
Mm-hmm.
Always room for one more. Dun, dun, dun.
And you know his name, so, let them know who it is. And
Yeah. So, what was the card anyway?
Oh, the card? Just an employee access card.
As in a ID card, or is it just one of those white?
It's just a white strip card.
Oh.
Right. So you guys are going to get some sleep after you're done cleaning up all that shit, getting the body buried, all that. What do you want to do with the pieces of pure concentrated evil? I mean, dog statue.
I don't fancy going to Burlington.
You guys are dog ass tired after all the shit you've been doing.
well, right, we can get some sleep and then we can take...
Oh, I know. No,
There are places here for you to sleep, and they're pretty comfortable.
We can take it to Alien Post-Apocalypse. Bury it somewhere there. That's a magic null zone.
Oh, Doc's convinced it's nothing but stones now.
Wow, we don't. Well, look,
Just to be sure.
just to be sure.
Do you have a way to get to Alien Post-Apocalypse?
Cleanse.
That's going to take a lot of traveling.
Well, one person... Well, yeah.
Yeah, well, keep in mind the statue's only in 2 pieces, so you're going to take a motorcycle and a half. I don't think you can get that through a cleanse.
Well, one person can go there, open up a gate, and then the other 2 can push it through.
Yeah.
What?
So who wants to move the boulders by pushing them around?
Can't you roll them a little?
They don't
That's
roll
fine.
very well.
Oh.
The writing
How
is
he-
still visible.
How heavy if I push it?
Pretty goddamn heavy. Like, oh my god. You feel like
Is it movable
Sisyphus.
heavy or immovable?
Well, I don't know how strong you are.
Like, just over 80? Like, I
You'll definitely be useless for anything else after moving it through that far.
Let's move that.
Well, once we get it to the surface, is there anybody here that can, chisel it down and turn it into rubble or whatever? Or
And you want to get number 2. There's a lot of people just wandering around
Yeah.
confused and stuff.
Set it to art class.
Okay, you guys put it into an art class thing. Great. So, the pure concentrated evil pretty much just gets dumped in the village. You should, if you found a way to strap it to Kinley, you'd make him take it away somewhere.
before we go
Make
to
some
bed,
coffee, Chris. You look horrible.
before we go to bed, I'm gonna pocket the sword.
So everybody's just going to sleep at the village or somewhere else? You
The
get
village
your
is fine.
you get your own bed at the village.
The village, because it's doesn't seem to be that disruptive at the moment, and we can then check in the morning the pattern just to see if there's any difference.
Cool. The only strange things that happens at the village is all of your clothes that you wore are gone and replaced with the village clothes. That's the only weird thing. Cool.
I just want to put the sword away. Why?
Stunned.
Great. Okay. What's the next one?
Next fumble?
Yeah, I got 2.
Oh. Last second.
Did you? Where's the second one?
There.
Oh, there it is.
It just seems to be taking a while to come up.
Literally all the money on you has disappeared. Where did it go? Nobody knows. It's gone. You suspect a woman with no name and Alex Kinley spent it on alcohol when you weren't looking.
Uh,
Do you want to spend a hero point and get a different
Yeah.
fumble card? Okay. You drop all of your shit on the floor and then pick it back up. That's it.
Alright. I'll do this some other time. In a non-bad magic zone.
Cool. It's morning. Everybody's they have showers and stuff here, so you guys got cleaned up. You're all dressed in the snazzy village stuff. All of your gear is here, you know, even Freddie's money, which is nice. You're all together
All
again. Would you like the butler brings you breakfast for 3 into the green dome for you? He on the push cart thing.
Thank you.
He nods and serves you, and then when the air two arrive, he brings seats for each of them, and then he bows and leaves. He is a fucking efficient butler, I must say.
Okay, while we're here,
Yeah.
do you have any, or do you know of any location in the village where we can store a couple of spare trumps?
I'm sure if you give him to the butler that he could put him somewhere safe.
Yeah.
He's pretty competent.
Alright, well, there's a few that I'd been putting away in the embassy. If you want to grab a couple of those.
As he attempts to not go and bother Ellen.
There's other things you can do. For example, there's places in the park where the statues are. There's a few blind spots at some of that you can bury stuff.
Yeah, so we have.
But yeah, giving it to the butler is potentially.
We
But
have
the only
like.
problem would be is depending on who's here is whether or not he would hand them over.
True. That's what I'm saying. Put it somewhere people can
So-
get to it.
So yeah, the little park garden thingy. There's spots there there's blind spots there from the obvious camera statues.
Sure. You know the first better than I do, so I'm
Yeah. So
probably all these up.
you can bury it there, for example.
Okay.
But you don't
Okay,
actually
you
have
wanna-
the trumps now because they're in the
Mhm.
basement. You're just discussing it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, once we get sleep, I want to go back over to the pattern and see if the shit's still going down.
I thought we did. Okay, so
You did get sleep and a lovely shower and a lovely breakfast, and then you go back down to the pattern via, which is really convenient after breakfast. Pretty much all you have to do is stand up, go over and hang out near McKay, and they go, and right, you guys go all the way down, check it out. Everything is nice and clean. Ooh, McKay left the mop down here. Shit. Anyway, other than that, everything is perfect.
any more wisps coming out of the pattern?
Give me a spot hidden roll, only at half because you guys all by now know what to look for and stuff.
No.
Nah.
Well, Josh is it.
Oh,
You
might
made
be,
it at
sorry.
half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I was seeing Freddy's for some reason. Yes, I make it by half.
Yes, it seems to be intensifying.
Yep, still happening, still getting stronger. The giant statue was not related to this.
Great. Back to square one.
However, we did put an end to whatever the giant statue may have been doing.
Remind me that's a Sandy Award at the end of the thing for finally destroying the great evil of the statue. So somebody will have to remind me.
Okay, so did we... So back to...
So the trunks in the embassy that are stored are Sherma Park, Tri-Kingdoms, Detective Agency, the embassy meeting room, Chicago Grand Union Station, and another one near the Detective Agency. So we can get any of those and put them here. And obviously I can make more.
None directly for Beastkin, but
One directly for this game. Oh, you don't want to put any, okay.
No. Ones that will get access to Clems.
Okay, so the only one would be
because the whole thing is if people shadow walk here without trump cards, then they can then use this card to get to a place where you can get to Clems, and then use the Clems to get to wherever else. Okay.
So then the only one would be where's St. Louis? Is it Chicago?
No. It's a 3-hour drive.
Oh, okay. So then it would be
still useful. Yeah, Sherm is still useful.
Yeah, but yeah. So it would only be the Detective Agency Trump. Because there's a Clems 1 bus ride away, it's not that far.
Yeah, but the one for Sherma, it's be useful as well.
No, the one for Sherma's in St. Louis.
The Trump card is for St. Louis?
No, you mean the Trump, okay. Right. The Clems in Sherma is in St. Louis.
That's right. However, having a Trump to get to Chicago is only a 3-hour drive away.
Okay, so you want to put 2 of them?
It's still useful.
Okay. Yeah, we can put 2 of them, yeah. Yeah. I'll let you handle that. I don't want to bother Elwin.
Yeah.
Because he seems very busy.
Alright. I'll ask for our gear back, our clothes back. Our disguises back.
From whom?
I'll ask the butler.
He bows and goes off. Wait, when you're going up, the guy on the second level says number 2, and
yes,
but it continues going up.
I'll go back down again.
All right, once you go to the top, then you have to go back. It's
37.
He says,
"What have you to report?"
I'm sorry to disturb you, but we have seen something unusual in the waters off of the coast, sir.
What is that? Show us, please. Bring it up on the main screen.
Very good, number 2. Right, they show you, looks like some sort of fucking weird sea monster thing swimming around. Big one.
Well, we have a lot of work to do. We should probably go.
Okay, interesting. Well, that will certainly stop people from attempting to escape that way for a while.
Very good, number 2. We are concerned, what should we do if it comes onto land? We don't know if it can or not.
That will subdue it.
He ignores number whatever and looks at number 2.
We'll use the appropriate countermeasures.
Don't know if the rovers will be able to handle this, number 2. We've never seen anything like this.
What would you do if a foreign entity's sub appeared?
We do have a couple of smaller torpedoes that might be good against a sub, but this is quite a bit larger, number 2.
Okay.
Do you want us to try to torpedo it next time we see it?
Only if it appears to want to come ashore.
Very good, number 2. As you say.
Number 2.
Pardon?
It might be peaceful.
Exactly. That's why I'm not going to torpedo it unless it...
They close up on the huge fucking teeth and shit, you know, and the 5 eyes and all that, and they're like, they look at Freddy. He's got like spikes and shit coming out. It
doesn't look peaceful, but yes.
It looks like a more violent Loch Ness monster type of deal.
Suggest in the newspaper and whatnot, it advise people to steer clear of the beach for the moment.
Very good, number 2.
So that means that all the rebellious ones are going to go swimming immediately.
It will serve them right, he says, giving you your number.
Well, our intent is not to kill, is it? Otherwise, we would have killed them long ago.
Yes, of course, number 2. We do have some other new people which have arrived as well, number 2.
New people?
Yes.
New people, you say?
Indeed. Several. They continue to arrive, not through the usual routes either. They are being treated in the normal manner.
They're at the hospital, are they?
Some are. Others have been moved into their own villas.
Have we been able to obtain files and information on these unexpected arrivals?
Requests are pending.
Have they all been given proper rectal exams, or do you need help with that?
I'm sure that
ignores Freddy.
Got to take the air off.
Does everybody need to be turned into a puppet around you? What is going on?
Some of them don't appear to have rectums either, number 108.
Damn near killed them?
Do they need rectums to be made?
No.
It looks disturbed.
All right. Things afoot here as well.
Indeed. You guys go up and get your clothing from the butler. It looks like it's all been dry cleaned and folded.
Lovely.
And it's in or not folded, it's in the weird plastic bag things. Yeah.
With the metal coat hangers.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And he gives you your clothes and him his clothes and him his clothes. When you guys go out, there's like a couple of strange creatures. Like imagine like a praying mantis, but with extra spikes and like much stockier. And it's wearing the fucked up village shirt. And it's looking really confused. It's like it's just wandering around trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And you're like, how did they get one that fitted?
Good day to you, sir.
It says.
Actually, before we go,
are you dressed in your regular clothes, or are you sticking in your village clothes while you're in the village?
Village clothes at the moment, but
Very
before
good.
we go, I want to try and get in touch with number 1. I'm interested to see
How would you like to get in touch with number 1?
with the phone.
Ah, excellent. You call on number 1. Let me see if number 1's answering. Speak, says a deep voice.
The new situation.
Are you handling it appropriately?
It is currently being handled, although countermeasures may not be sufficient for what has appeared offshore.
Very good. Number 2, additional countermeasures will be brought in, says the deep voice.
Very well.
You're doing a very good job, number 2. We are pleased.
Yes.
The phone goes dead.
All right.
And I don't mean it squeals and thrashes around and kicks twice and then just lolls. And by the way, these are stupidly large phones where it's like you got one part in your ear and that comes all the way down to here, and you're like, who
Top
the
secret.
fuck designed this? Kind of, but more
The ones
what
with
the fuck.
I can't remember the ones with the dials on the bottom.
They don't even have dials.
Hang up.
Yeah, they don't even have a thing to hang up. You just pick them up and
No, I
somebody
mean you
knows.
pick it up, but I just mean some of them like you've got a little pad like underneath that pressure
Like-
pad, so you put it down and
That could be.